हम्म। Come here. Have good presence. सम्मा परिभाजनीय सुक्तम. सम्मा the right, परिभाजनीय the परिव्राजक हो, who are the right monks, the right path for the book. Again, it doesn't start with that. Even this is straight away is the question being asked. क्वेश्चन मैं पूछ देता हूँ, जवाब आप ठीक है, उल्टा कर लें. इच्छामि मुनिम बहुतपन्यम तिन्नम पारंगतं परिनिभुत्तं सिक्ततं निखम घरा अनुज्य कामे कथम भिक्खु समासलोके परिभाजे. इच्छामि मतलब मैं पूछता हूँ, मुनिम मुनि से, बहुतपन्यम बहुत विजडम है, पन्य बहुत है, तिन्नम जिसने पार कर लिया, तीर्ण हो गया, पारंगतम जो इस वर्ल्ड ऑफ लॉर्ड ऑफ संसारा जिसने पार कर लिया है, परिनिभुतम निब्बान को प्राप्त हो गया, स्थितम स्थित हो गया, स्टेड फास्ट हो गया, निखम घरा जो बनुज कामे जो भिक्षु हैं जिन्होंने कि घर छोड़ दिया है और कामनाएं भी छोड़ दी हैं, सम्मा स्वलोके परिव्राजनीय है, तो उनको इस श्लोक में किस तरह से ठीक से जीना चाहिए. हाउ शुड दे प्रॉपरली लीड ए होमलेस लाइफ आफ्टर दे हैव गॉन आउट ऑफ हाउस एंड ड्रिवन अवे द डिजायर. सो देन द लॉर्ड आंसर्स,
यस्तु मंगला समूहता उत्पाता सुखिना च लक्षणा च सो मंगल दोष टिकीनो सम्मा लोके परिपज्ये.
ये शब्द है ना, सम्मा स्वलोके परिपज्ये, ये तो रिपीटेड है सब में. इस तरह से एक होमलेस लाइफ जीनी चाहिए. किस तरह जीनी चाहिए? जिससे मंगला समूहता, मंगला तो ऑस्पिशियस चीज़ें होती हैं, वो ओमन्स वगैरह विश्वास जो है, उपात्ता सुपीन च लक्षणा च, तो सुपीन मतलब जो ड्रीम्स आते हैं और लक्षण जो साइंस होते हैं, वो जो सब चक्कर से निकल जाता है, जो एक तरह से शीलवत परामर्श वाली बात. यूज्ड बिलीफ इन ओमन्स, मिट्रियर्स, ड्रीम्स एंड साइंस इज डिस्ट्रॉयड, सो सेड द भगवान. सो मंगल दोष विपहीन, जो कि सब चीज़ों से जो कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हैं उनको छोड़ दिया है जिसने. We avoided these consequences which come out from these Such a person would lead a properly homeless life. So this questioner must have been something who was believing in these things. So that's why probably the answer was given. But there's nothing given in the commentary. Who is the questioner?
और दरअसल साइंस से ऐसा क्या है? व्हाट इज द
जो
एवर्जन
पुराने ये होते थे ना, साइंस मीनिंग जो लक्षण देखते थे, शरीर के लक्षण देख के लाइक वो एस्ट्रोलॉजिकली प्लान मतलब प्रिडिक्ट करते हैं कैसा होने वाला है कैसा नहीं। सबके भिक्षुओं को उस चक्कर में नहीं पड़ना चाहिए। Bhikkhus are not allowed to do such things because they can distract the mind, and if you use it your abilities, psychic abilities for prediction and लोगों के हाथ देखना, लोगों के बारे में बताना, किसी को सपने आ रहे हैं तो पूछ रहा है कि भाई सपने का क्या महत्व है, तो इस सब चक्करों में नहीं पड़ना चाहिए। मस्ट हैव बीन द ट्रेडिशन इन दी। अभी भी जैसे जो पंडित लोग हैं उनमें इस तरह का ट्रेडिशन रहता है, प्रीस्ट्स।
But does this refer to psychic ability? The way
No, I don't know really. Can't figure out.
सर जो बुद्धा को एनलाइटनमेंट से पहले 5 ड्रीम्स आए थे, वो भी तो उन्होंने उसको कुछ इम्पोर्टेंस
हाँ, that's we have interpreted them in a particular way. You're right.
यहाँ पे उनको
कह रहे हैं कि भिक्षु को वो सब दूसरों के लिए नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो उस तरह से एक ईगो बनने लगती है ना कि मैं ये प्रेडिक्ट कर सकता हूँ, मैं वैसे कर सकता हूँ, मैं वैसे कर सकता हूँ।
He who believes in omens, meteors, dreams and signs is destroyed.
इसने ये छोड़ दिया ना सब, मतलब एक तरह से जो शीलवत परामर्श है उसी का एक एक्सटेंशन है, जो वोज में और उसमें बिलीफ है। तो जिसका इसमें बिलीफ जो है छूट गया है कि वो इस बारे पे कि जा रहा हूँ और बिल्ली क्रॉस कर लिया तो बड़ी मुश्किल हो गई, तो मुझे वापस आना पड़ेगा, इस तरह के बिलीफ्स रहते हैं ना। That's what I can say. The commentary has nothing to say on it. रागम विनयेत्
मानुषेषु दिव्येषु कामेषु चापि भिक्षु अति कम भवम समेच्य धर्मं सम्मासो लोके परिगच्छति।
रागम, राग को विनयेत् मतलब put aside that, इसमें मनुष्येषु दिव्येषु कामेषु, जो मतलब ह्यूमन और डिवाइन दिव्य प्लेजर्स हैं उन सब में जो राग है उसे त्याग दिया है। अतिक्रमा भवम समेच्छ धम्मम, अतिक्रमण का अतिक्रमण कर लिया है भव का, पास्ट बियॉन्ड एग्जिस्टेंस, समेच्छ धम्मम, और अच्छी तरह से धम्म को समझ लिया। सच ए वन वुड लीड ए प्रॉपरली होगा। विपिठिकत्वान पिसेनुनानि सुनानि बोधं कदर्यं जेतेय भिक्षु अनुरोधो विरोधो विप्वा नो सम्मा सो लोके परिवज्जय। विपिठ कत्वान पेशुनानि, पेशुनानि मतलब स्लैंडर करना है, किसी को पीछे मतलब बुरा बोलना किसी के बारे में। क्रोधम, क्रोध, कदरियम, एवेरिस, जहे त्याग दिया है भिक्षु। So let a bhikkhu after he cast aside slander and anger and abandon avarice, अनुरोध विरोध विपहीनो, विपहीनो मतलब छोड़ दिया किसको, अनुरोध और विरोध, attraction and aversion, or supporting somebody or not support and opposing somebody. So let him do all, give up all those things. Such a one would only be able to lead a homeless life properly.
विद्वाना यञ्च अप्रियञ्च अनुपादाय अनिष्टो उभिञ्ची संयोजन्ये हि वित्तमुक्तो सम्मासुलोके परिमर्दय।
विद्वान मतलब छोड़ दिया, प्रियंच अप्रियंच, जो प्रिय है और जो अप्रिय है सबको छोड़ दिया, जो एग्रीएबल है डिसएग्रीएबल है उसको छोड़ दिया है। अनुपादाय अनिश्चित हो, अनुपादाय मतलब जो किसी से क्लिंग नहीं करता, अनिश्चित हो किसी पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है, अनाश्रित है, कुहिंच किसी पे भी। So one who has left behind both what is agreeable and disagreeable and does not cling to anything, is not dependent on anything, then संयोजने ही विप्पमुक्तो, जिसने कि संयोजन सारे से मुक्त हो गया, फैटर सारे छोड़ दिए हैं। Such a one can lead a homeless life. Such a one person can lead properly a homeless life. नसो उपाधिषु सारमेति आदानेषु विनेय छंदरागम सो अनिश्चितो अनन्यनेयो सम्मासलोके परिविज्येय। नसो उपाधिषु सारमेति, उपाधि शब्द है ना, बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग, अब उसके ट्रांसलेशन कई सारे। So उपाधि का in terms of physical wealth, in terms of possession of families and things of that kind. So सारमेति मतलब सार नहीं देखता, जो कि किसी भी उपाधि में कोई सार नहीं देखता है। अदानेसु does not grasp, विनेय छंद रागम, and he has given up छंद रागम, he has given up passion for attachments. So अनिश्चितो अनन्यनेयो, जो इस तरह से अनाश्रित रह रहा है, is independent, अनन्यनेयो दूसरों द्वारा नहीं वो न्याय मतलब लीड किया जा सकता, वो इज नॉट लेड बाय अदर्स, सच ए वन वुड लीड प्रॉपरली होमलेस लाइफ. So one who does not see any essence in the upadhis, means physical wealth or family or other things, who has subdued his wish and passion for attachments, who is anashrit, who is independent, is not led by others, which is really independent, such a one would lead properly homeless life. Two more, let us read. बड़ा है, let's go.
वचसा मनसा च कर्मणा च अविरुद्धो सम्मा विदित्वा निब्बान पदाभिपथ्यानो सम्मा सोलोकं परिगच्छति.
वचस्य मनस्य च कर्मणा च, जो वाणी से, मन से, विचारों से और कर्म से, अविरुद्धो सम्मा विदित्वा धम्मम. अविरुद्ध मतलब किसी को अपोज नहीं करता है. सम्मा विदित्वा धम्म मतलब अंडरस्टूड द धम्मा वेल, विदित्वा मतलब जानकर, सम्मा मतलब अच्छी तरह से, धम्मा तो टीचिंग्स को ठीक से समझकर, निब्बान पद अभिपथ्यानो, जो उसकी विश जो है निब्बान के स्टेट को प्राप्त करने की, विद एस्पायर्स फॉर द स्टेट ऑफ निब्बान, सच ए वन वुड लीड प्रॉपरली होमलेस लाइफ.
यो वदन्ति मन्ति नुन्मेये अप्युथोपि न सन्धियेत् वित्तु लब्धा पर भोजनं न मज्जे सम्मासो लोके परिगच्छति.
यो वंदति मंति नुन्नमेय, वंदति मतलब वो, मंति मतलब सोचता है क्या, वंदति मेरे को लोग सल्यूट कर रहे हैं, नुन्नमेय अकुट्ठोपि न संदियेथ भिक्खु, और कोई अगर रिवाइल करता है, मतलब कोई अगर ये सोचता है कि लोग मुझे नमस्कार करते हैं ना भिक्षु को, so the person who thinking people salute me is not elated, ना वो प्रसन्न नहीं होता. अकुट्ठोपि न संदियेथ भिक्खु, और जब उसको बुरा भला कहते हैं, उसको रिवाइल करते हैं, अब्यूज करते हैं, he does not feel bad about it. लब्धा पर भोजनम, लब्धा तो प्राप्त करके, दूसरों से भोजन को, दूसरों से भोजन प्राप्त करके, न मज्जे इज नॉट एक्सिलरेटेड, बहुत प्रसन्न नहीं होता कि लोग मुझे भोजन दे रहे हैं. सम्मास लोके परिमज्जे, सच ए वन वुड प्रॉपरली लीड ए होमलेस लाइफ.
This line does not get exaggerated while taking food from others, but gratified.
ग्रेटिट्यूड इज ए डिफरेंट थिंग ना, वो बता रहे हैं कि जो यंग मॉन्क्स है ना, कई बार वो होता है कि मेरे को ज़्यादा खाना मिल रहा है तो कम मिल रहा है, मुझे अच्छा लोग मानते हैं, नो दैट काइंड ऑफ फीलिंग कम्स. So I think he might have noticed that when he went along with the bhikkhus.
Like that.
Because I think what happens, it's a funny tendency that
Such में ऐसा?
that hear me through that certain monks are venerated
No,
over others. हाँ, ये चक्कर है, पता नहीं क्या है.
But is
seniority,
it just seniority?
maybe seniority of.
Senior तो है ही. I think there is charisma. That's mine. तो
Some people are really able to explain Dhamma well and interact better. ऐसा भी होता ही
फॉर
है.
एग्जाम्पल जो अंग्रेज थाई बोल लेते हैं एज एन एग्जाम्पल, उनकी वो
ज़्यादा
बढ़ जाती है. एंड देयर इज दिस टेंडेंसी दैट gifts are offered to particular monks. Obviously they don't own them, but in the sala when the offering is made, so that is made to monks. So I guess it's
This is has a meaning.
The people come in Sala and all monks are there, just go to one mountain and
that could happen.
उसमें वहाँ मैं सब कैसे मैंने भी देखा कि वो जो अपना उनका प्रीसेप्टर होता है ना, उसको बुलाते हैं. जैसे बहुत सारे मॉन्क्स हैं, जैसे नो यू वांट टू मीट दिस पर्टिकुलर. तो जैसे मैं भी गया था तो मैं जो भी वहाँ था मैं उससे मिल लिया. तो मैंने कहा वुड यू लाइक टू मीट समबडी, वुड यू लाइक टू मीट द अबॉट. दैट्स फाइन. आई हैड कम ओनली टू मीट अजान सुमेर, इज नॉट देयर. दैट्स so that is natural, you know, people who have a
But
greater.
इस समय जबकि ये बात है तब तो there were no organized monasteries as I understand. They were all just wandering.
Sangha was still there.
Sangha was there. अब जैसे भगवान भी कई बार कहते थे ना कि सारे पुत्र और मोगलान को they used to be venerated much more than others. He himself used to praise them as great monks and give them as some kind of Dhamma Senapati, term them as that. Among the monks, he is the greatest in Panya, Sariputta. He is the greatest in psychic powers, Moggallana. He is greatest in Vinaya, Upali. So इस तरह से उन्होंने बना रखे थे.
इससे हमें धम्मा तो आनंद के वजह से मिलता है.
हाँ, तो उनको भी तो नाम था, उसने भी तो कहा था जब वो मोटिवेट कॉल्ड हिम, उसको क्या कहते हैं जो ट्रेजर को संभालता है, क्या कहते हैं, ट्रेजरर समझ लो, कोषाध्यक्ष, समथिंग ऑफ दैट काइंड he used. So we'll stop here because it's big one. So next time we'll study the remaining 9. 16 है ना इसमें.
सर में कुछ अपडेट्स हैं
इसमें
जो आपने अभी
हाँ, वो अपडेट होते रहते हैं.
डिटेल्स डाला हुआ?
थोड़ा थोड़ा मैं देखता रहता हूँ ना. So, since I am free from all other occupation, I study this whenever I get time. थोड़े बहुत अपडेट होंगे, कहाँ एग्जैक्टली है मुझे मालूम नहीं, इसलिए सारा ही भेज देता हूँ. So we started this Chetsika, isn't it?
We covered, I think, sir, till Page number 25. Oh, I think 22.
अच्छा
This much I think.
चेतसिका the mental factors.
It
Just study
doesn't start with-
चेतसिkas first.
This one.
Then we identified these 52. Then ethically variable we are discussing, isn't it? Universals and occasionals. Then we have discussed the universals. So we are studying the mental factors, and we have already seen the classification of 52 mental factors into ethically variable, beautiful and unwholesome. And then among them also some are universally present in that particular nature of consciousness, others are occasional, which may or may not be present. So in a beautiful consciousness, these 19 universals will always be present, and similarly in unwholesome, these 4 universals will always be present. And the 7 ethically variable will be present in every consciousness. So this way, the number of mental factors arise depending on the nature of consciousness.
एथिकली वेरिएबल क्यों हमने बोला, इनको एथिकली न्यूट्रल क्यों नहीं बोला?
हाँ, वो न्यूट्रल ही बोल सकते हैं। वेरिएबल इसलिए बोला कि अगर वो अनहोलसम मेंटल स्टेट के साथ होंगे तो वो भी अनहोलसम हो जाएंगे, होलसम के साथ होंगे तो वो भी होलसम हो जाएंगे। इसलिए न्यूट्रल कहने से लगता है कि जैसे उनकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फिक्स्ड है, वैसा नहीं। दे टेक अप द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ द रेस्ट ऑफ द धम्मास। जैसे वो पानी है सफेद, उसमें जो रंग डाल दोगे वही रंग में बह जाएगा, समथिंग ऑफ दैट काइंड।
And I remember you also said that they may arise on their own, which is when that seeing is only seeing.
No, these universal 7 universals will always be present. The 7 ethically variable universal factors will be present in every consciousness, whatever you do.
But
Wholesome, unwholesome, neutral, dittha-mattam, then also these will be there.
but it's possible that only these 7 are present and the other 2 are not.
That's
And that's the situation. That's how I'm trying to relate it to that.
we'll have that also. When there is pure aware seeing, then only these 7 universals. Then with these 6 occasionals, then I think we had discussed the universals, the contact, feeling, perception, volition, one-pointedness, life faculty and attention. Isn't it? All.
Attention पे हमने काफी चर्चा की है.
And volition being a conditioned phenomena was quite a quite a question for us, because that's how the notion of self breaks. When you are told that when your so-called your volition is a conditioned phenomena, then you begin to be less possessive of your, that whole question of free will, it gets into.
मेरे ख्याल से ये भी चर्चा हुई थी कि volition is the same as sankhara. That's all.
Chetana. When we talk of sankhara pachya vijnanam in paticca samutpada, then that is the meaning of this.
So all habit pattern, all apparent volition is actually habit pattern.
It's complex. It's complex because of their interaction. The nature of volition volition has two kind of roles. One is to coordinate all the 6 other factors, and other is when it is wholesome or unwholesome to do create action. That will lead to action. That's why it is called avisankhara. That will determine the nature of ethical nature of action. Karma will be wholesome, unwholesome, and all that.
In Abhidharma terminology, sankhara is not mentioned as anywhere.
No, I was relating it to suttas. Sankhara by itself is not mentioned, because if you want to relate to sutta, then 50 are sankharas.
So Sudhakar had questioned that why wholesome chittas are called shobhana, beautiful.
There is a caveat on it, that some of the, when you say wholesome or unwholesome, they are the ones which produce karma. But in beautiful chittas are not only wholesome, there are some chittas which are associated with arhants and therefore they don't produce any karma. So therefore the terminology is used, to be exact. That some of them, when they are present in people like us, would be wholesome, and while they may be present in arhant, they would be functional. They are just functional. Therefore, they will not produce any karma. That's why their term, it's not, but unwholesome will be unwholesome. That is no doubt about that. They will always produce karma.
There was one more question from Sudhakar, that is Mansikara present in deep sleep?
It is present in every.
Because there are the 7
No,
universal.
Mansikara is the universal, so it has to be present in every state, even in the so-called Bhavanga Chitta, which is subconscious. We'll talk about later.
So the universals are also present in deep sleep.
They will be present in every chitta. Plain. So when the consciousness is there, these will be present. And Manasikara, again, as we have put here, it can be yoniso and anayoniso reflection. And it has a very powerful impact, as I have put in the notes. Yoniso Manasikara acts as a link between sati, mindfulness, and panya. Now I am trying to relate it to that our meditative saying. So it's not a part of directly reflected in the Abhidhamma as such. So it is that which guides the stream of thought in such a way that wisdom is able to get down to work and achieve results. It is what provides wisdom with its method. And it is one of the 4 factors of steam entry.
Mansikara.
Yoniso Manasikara, appropriate attention. There are the other 4 I have mentioned there. First is association with people of integrity. Second, listening to true Dhamma. Third, appropriate attention. Fourth, practice in accordance with Dhamma. These are the 4
accordance
with Dhamma. These are the 4 factors for stream entry. And you can say Manasikara, Yoniso Manasikara, right or appropriate attention is one of the very important mental factors. So we move to the next. Let's move to the next one, ethically. I have, I think, put down proximate causes also, right? In this, for each section, I have put down. Proximate cause means what is the nearest cause for this to arise. And for the universals, most of the time it is the object. If there is an object in consciousness, then they will arise. Some kind of additional comments which I have put there in that slide. For pleasant feelings, tranquility is seen to be a proximate cause. That is, pleasant feelings will be felt only when the mind is tranquil, not otherwise. Otherwise, for Vedana, the proximate cause is contact. That's easily Phassa Pachaya Vedana. So for Phassa, it is the objective field. For Sanya, it is the object. For Chetana, it is the various associated mental factors, because they will determine the nature of Chetana. For one-pointedness, it is again, it is mentioned for profound ekagta, the one which is found in jhanas. The proximate cause is happiness. So if one is unhappy doing meditation, one-pointedness in the deep sense will be a superficial. Of course, being universal factors, we always have these present in some very minute, minimal level. But if it has to be a profound kind, the proximate cause is happiness. So we have to see this. It's a kind of thing worth noting.
Calm and peaceful mind का यही है क्या?
Yeah, That's why it is needed to be able to feel the in deeper concentration levels. Mind has to be active, not with a mind which is constantly complaining. It will be a very, very rudimentary level of unconsciousness.
But they affect each other.
Yeah, effective. They are all, as we'll study when we come to hopefully to Patthana, they are all Sahajata Pacha. They arise together. All arise together. Because we have already seen, no? Nothing is going to arise singly. No single cause and no single effect. So they're all multiple causes, multiple effects. So these 7 things will arise in pure cognition. So the next slide, as it shows, the eye consciousness mind moment. Just awareness of seeing. These are the 7 factors, and this is indicated in this diagram. There is a visible form, and that just one mind movement would be where all these things are there. So what do they do? Contact, it makes contact with the object, mental or contact. Feeling is experiences the flavor of the object. Perception will mark the object. Flower, one-pointedness will keep the attention for that mind movement on the object, and attention will direct isko dekhna hai, kisko dekhna hai. And volition will coordinate all these activities. So we just open eye, see, and that's it. Because then immediately some things will happen, like dislike, action, reaction, things will happen. But pure moment of just ditthe mattam bhavisyati means this much. Only these much mental factors arise. So there is no wholesome, no unwholesome, pure seeing. Now, scientists are always fine people, so this is what diagram I have drawn for you. You remember we had seen that diagram of atom with nucleus? So you can see this is the minimal chitta. The center of it is the consciousness vijnana, and circling it are these 7 mental factors. So this is the minimal chitta, the universal chetsikas.
So in Abhisarma, Vijnana is
Chitta.
Is a chitta.
So this is not, of course, not just of eye, all the sense sphere consciousness, all the cognitive consciousness, if you may use that word.
Sir, Vijnana और चित्त को synonymously use करते हैं क्या?
What is called Vijnana in Suttas is called Chitta in Abhidhamma. So we have to be careful. उसी कंफ्यूजन को दूर करने के लिए ये क्लैरिटी बनाई गई ना, कि ताकि कई जगह अलग अलग साइंस में यूज किया जाता है। तो फिर अब आप चित्ता को जब आप और समझेंगे गहराई से डिफरेंट चित्ता, देन इट बिकम मोर क्लियर व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज गोइंग ऑन. So when the Buddha says Pabassaram Bhikkhave Chittam, this is what it means, is the chitta which is pure, so to say, or radiant. This chitta has no defilement of any kind. Oh, there is that famous statement in Anguttara Nikaya, हमारे नोट्स में लिखी है, Pabassaram idam bhikkhave chittam tanchako agantuke hi upakilese hi upakilittha anti. आगंतुक मतलब आने हैं, जैसे विजिटर्स होते हैं ना, गेस्ट हैं, तो जो उपक्लेशी जो क्लेश हैं, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ डिफाइलमेंट, दे आर लाइक विजिटर्स, दे कम टू द चित्ता और उसको परेशान कर देते हैं. अदरवाइज पबस्सरम इदम भिक्खवे चित्तम. सो व्हेन ही सेज पबस्सरम इदम चित्तम, दिस इज द चित्तम व्हिच इज पबस्सरम, व्हिच इज रेडिएंट, बिकॉज़ देयर इज नो mental factor present which can cause any defilement in the mind. That's why it says ditthe ditthe mattam bhuvisyati. In seeing, only seeing, nothing more. So you can understand that now clearly. The mind is luminous, but it is defiled by visiting defilements. So guest आ रहे हैं, वो उसको defile कर रहे हैं, तो उनको जाने का रास्ता दे दो, सही हो जाएगा.
वो जो zen वाली स्टोरी है दरसा एक आध टोले में, जिसमें वो कुक कहता है कि वेयर में डस्ट अराइज और समथिंग लाइक दैट, दैट्स रेफरिंग टू दिस आई सपोज.
The so-called pure consciousness
Correct.
is this one. When there is no identification with anything, no seer, only seeing. So,
What is it? Chef वाली story.
याद है कि वो एक स्टोरी है ना जिसमें वो मास्टर इन अ मॉनेस्ट्री सेट्स अ कॉन्टेस्ट, द मोस्ट ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट गिव्स अ
will be the
Oh,
next.
right, right.
Will be the next.
लिख के जाता है जो.
apparently perform.
Will be the next Zen master. He says कि भाई मैं बूढ़ा हो रहा हूँ तो
Yeah.
who will be my heir? So he organizes that.
So the cook says this, that the mind is already pure, so where may I don't remember the exact thing, but it seems to me is referring to
Yes. Yes.
conceptually the Zen thing is already
Yeah, it's only basically the same. They are all slight variants of Kushalupaya. I call them only as Kushalupayas. Zen has its own Kushalupaya, the Thai have their own, Burmese have their own. That's okay. But the difficulty arises when we get carried away with them and take them to be the, hold on to them as the, my one is better than yours. तो दिक्कत है. As long as you see them in that sense, there is no problem.
Sudhakar has a question. What chitta is considered the seed and bridges bodhi which starts the process of enlightenment?
This one. This will be the minimal chitta. No chitta can be chitta alone because it's not allowed in the basic axiomatic formulation.
So these 7 mansikaras,
They constitute the minimal chitta. That's why I use the word minimal chitta.
What is it seems he's asking what is chitta considered to be the seed or bodhi that starts the process of enlightenment.
The experience of minimal chitta. Experience of minimal chitta will be the Ditthe Ditthamattam. So that is what led Bhaya to enlightenment in 2 minutes. Because he could see through that. Not intellectually, but actually abide in that. So when we say the Buddha nature of mind, this is what is Buddha nature of mind. Because chitta cannot exist without these 7. Normally हम यही समझ बैठते थे, पढ़ने से यही से लगता है कि विज्ञान अलग से ही है बस, बस वही होगा कुछ और नहीं होगा.
so the additional question was that what does the Buddha gives the seed of enlightenment to the Purthak? To a Purthak. I think he'll start with
What does a Buddha giving the seed of enlightenment, enlightened person?
Seed of enlightenment. Basically teaching. Buddha only gives the path. No? He lays down the path. Akkhataro Tasagata. It's not actually putting something in my mind and I will get enlightened. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. तुम्ही किच्चन अत्तपम अक्खातारो सथागत. Famous statement. तुमको ही करना है सब कुछ. मैं तो रास्ता दिखा दिया, इस पे रास्ते पे चलना. So there's nothing like as if there's a seed which has to be put in soil and then we'll put water. That's only a figurative way of explaining. The seed which he's putting is Dhamma, you can say. As we saw in factors of enlightenment, factors of stream entry. First is association with right people. Second is study of Dhamma properly. Third is proper attention. Fourth is practice. So Buddha is the best possible person you can associate with. And he is going to explain you the best possible person to explain the Dhamma and to draw our attention to the things properly. And then he tells us practice aise karo. So we'll enter this stream.
So the fourth one was
Practice according to the teachings.
Now the interpretation of practice can be
According to the teaching, whatever is being said. It will depend on the Kushalodha, what kind of practice you want to follow. That is what is the beauty of a Tathagata. He knows ये आपके लिए ये practice अच्छी है तो ये करना. But practice तो मुझे ही करनी है ना. So should we move further? Any other question?
Would it not help if he is able to say that maybe that's not going better?
Has he written down?
Do you have a mic?
माइक नहीं चलेगा क्योंकि
One directional है ना शायद.
ये एक्चुअली माइक को भी ले लेता है, मतलब स्पीकर्स को भी ले लेता है.
नहीं, उनका माइक इनेबल कर दें तो हम यहाँ
स्पीकर को ही ले लेता
ठीक है, स्पीकर को रखते
है. आई थिंक सुधाकर इज टाइपिंग.
Sudhakar has been giving me a lot of homework.
हैं.
कल रात को भी मैं होमवर्क करता रहा सुधाकर का.
Sorry, yes, question.
Sudhakar, we are not able to follow your question.
What does Bodhisattva mean? Is he knows the path already?
Bodhisattva means one who has taken a vow to become self-enlightened. That is the meaning, Bodhisattva. And that is it is said that the person has got a seed of Bodhi. It is said, it is a figurative way of saying that the person is destined to become a fully enlightened being. He will discover the Dhamma, self-enlightened, not just enlightened, but self-enlightened. So the person has taken a vow of that kind. I don't want to be enlightened myself alone. I will take millions of people along with me. So once the person is seen to be, I mean that's how we read from the Nidana Katha about the Bodhisattva Gautama. Nidana Katha means kahani aati unki. He was there as some eon, I don't know when, eons ago, he was as a Sumed Pandit. Got psychic powers of the highest kind. And it says he was actually flying up in the air and he saw कि देखिए गांव में बड़ी बहुत तैयारियां हो रही हैं, अपनी शादी वादी हो रही है, क्या हो रहा है, lot of flags and buntings and decoration, and out of curiosity went there and see क्या हो रहा है. हमें पता नहीं वो दीपांकर बुद्ध आ रहे हैं. Absolutely thrilled, right? And then the story follows, and then he makes that vow on seeing him, and Dipankar Buddha sees that he has the ability to fulfill that, and then makes a prophecy that this much beyond he become the Buddha. So then he is termed as a Bodhisattva. He is a person who is enlightened, entitled, kind of going to be in due course become the Buddha. So that is the Bodhisattva. So it means because of the abilities which the person had at that time, if he had taken the teachings of the Buddha, from the Buddha and practiced, he could have become enlightened. But then he would have been single person and arahant. He deferred that for the sake of, I mean, these are the statements made.
Does it mean the Bodhisattva is always true-entered?
No. He has a high level of concentration, dhyana, high level of dhyana.
Paramitas, no?
He has to develop more paramitas.
सर लेकिन वो जो कहते हैं ना कि ऐसा जैसे ये तो उनमें इतनी एबिलिटी होती है कि अगर उसी टाइम उन्हें कोई एक गाथा भी सुना दी जाए तो वो वहीं भी नहीं अनंत हो सकता है. Satipatthana में usually take
But what that Ram Katha says is that the Dipankar Buddha assessed his mental abilities and found that he is suitable and then made a prophecy. So, by implication, it could be that if he had taken the teaching of the Buddha, from the Buddha, और उनको insight का मार्ग दिखाते, then he would have been enlightened. He had all the necessary prerequisites for that purpose. But prerequisites for becoming a Buddha are much greater. Army is required for becoming a Buddha are much, much larger, and therefore he had to practice and develop those paramis so that he becomes self-reliant. So that's why the long time is needed. So सारी जो पारमियाँ हैं वो सब की सब इतनी गहराई से उसको डेवलप करना है. These are the kind of what should I say, beliefs. They're basically beliefs.
सर लेकिन अब तो इतना लिटरेचर अवेलेबल है तो फिर सेल्फ एनलाइटनमेंट की जरूरत है.
मतलब हो ही नहीं सकता था. इस स्थिति में तो teachings are available. When the teaching is not available, then that question arises. So this is the reign of Gautama the Buddha is continuing.
अब तो फिर जब वो दीपंकर वाला टाइम था तो उन्होंने पहले ही देख लिया था कि ये टीचिंग
हाँ खत्म हो जाएंगी. Yeah, even Gautama the Buddha said कि 1000 साल में तो खत्म हो ही जाएंगी. In the land here, in this land, it will be finished in 50. Then he said, after Ananda brought in the female ordination, उसने कहा तो 500 साल में समाप्त हो जाएंगे. So that's it. Things arise and pass away. और कभी ना कभी तो सारा whole thing is going to be blown up, ना? So nothing will remain.
What's Bodhisattva got to do with this Abhinavya discussion?
He probably has that feeling that there is a seed of Bodhi which must be somewhere in the mental factors. है ना? वो शब्द से ऐसा लगता है ना, शब्द यूज करते हैं ना कि बुद्धत्व का बोधि का बीज तो बीज रूप में हम सब में है और उसको डेवलप करना है. So it can be literally interpreted as if there is something inside us. It's not literally something which will flower into a tree. The thing is already there. It's all there. We have to remove the obstructions to that.
So the minimal chitta is that one.
Which the one which is bodhicitta. So जो इसके अंदर जैसे भगवान ने कहा था ना, अवसरम इदम विक्खवे चित्तम तंचखो आगंतुके ही उपक्लेशे ही उपक्लिट्ठा. वो बेचारा परेशान किससे क्लेश किससे हो जाता है, जो ये आती रहती हैं क्लेश जो आते रहते हैं. तो क्लेश को आने ना दें तो चित्त जो बस चित्त तो रेडियंट है ही है, इज ल्यूमिनस. So we don't have to, there is nothing like a seed which is flower. It's actually the weeds which have to be removed. If I may use that word.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a way of putting it.
The effort is the weeding. The effort is the effort of weeding.
Yeah, because we don't have to insert anything inside within us. Is it
There
okay?
are two questions from Sudhakar.
Next slide. Next slide.
नहीं सर, पहले क्वेश्चन 1 पढ़ लेते हैं इसका. About Bodhi, it looks as if a candle is melting rather than a seed of enlightenment is growing to full-grown tree of enlightenment.
Yeah, that could be a
This is thanks for
figurative
clarifying.
way of saying. Yeah. But this, you should not start then looking for the candle. है ना? अब मैंने कहा दिया डी-वीडिंग तो आप कहेंगे वीड कहाँ है, तो वो तो है नहीं.
That's the problem.
Because the language की तो अपनी limitations है.
Figurative.
हाँ, figurative. They should not be seen literally. That is a very important point, I think. And different traditions have different ways of putting the question which of Kalapas, which Zakir had asked yesterday, that also is a question of tradition. It's not from Dhamma as such.
So Sudhakar has a question on this slide. You want
Next one?
the Vitaka and Vichara के ऊपर.
Yeah, अभी तो शुरू करना है. We'll start on that. Ethically variable occasionals. So let us start on this discussion. Now these are the 6 ethically variable occasionals, meaning they can be present in some time, sometimes they are not present. So which of them will be present will depend on nature of consciousness and other factors which are there. So Vitakka is initial application, and it has actually 2 different interpretations given. So it's again a bit dicey. If you take Vitakka and Vichara, in the normal Hindi equivalent, Vitark or Vichar, उससे लगता है कि वितर्क मतलब you're starting some discussion, and विचार मतलब उसमें विचरण कर रहे हैं, उसको बार-बार मंथन कर रहे हैं विचार का. So in that sense also it is taken from meditative perspective. It is taken as initial application of mind to some object, and then vichara is sustained application of mind. So these are the 2 interpretations which are not contradictory; they are complementary in some sense.
So Vichara is not generally विचार होता है
थॉट से. हाँ, तो वो थॉट से भी एप्लीकेबल है अंडर द केस ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, बट फ्रॉम मेडिटेशन पर्सपेक्टिव इट इज सस्टेन्ड अटेंशन ऑन द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ अटेंशन. तो उसके लिए जो सिमिलीज दी गई हैं, एक डिश वॉशिंग कि आप कोई डिश धोना, दिस आर द सिमिलीज फाउंड इन विशुद्धि मार्ग. सो इफ यू हैव टू वॉश अ डिश, यू फर्स्ट pick it up in one hand, then with other hand you rub it and clean it. So first effort of putting it up is vitakka, and then you rub it off and clean again and again, that is vichara. It is sustained application of the mind. Then another example is given of a bee. So bee is moving towards a flower. So when it is moving towards flower, it is vitakka because it is directing its mind towards that direction, and then it is hovering around it, then that is vichara. So in the sense of meditation, when we just apply, when the mind wanders away and we bring it back to the breath, that is the initial bringing it back is the directing one, vitakka. And then when the mind gets fixed on it, man bhatakta hi nahi hai, saans aa raha hai, ja raha hai, continuously long periods of time, then it is vichara. It is getting sustaining the attention in that sense.
The question of Sudhakar was Vitakka and Vichara are on the same object.
Yeah, that's right. So vitakka is the initial direct application of mind, and when it is sustained, then we say vichara has done.
Does that answer your question, Sudhakar?
So let me read out from the notes. I think that will make it more clear. Vitakka directs the chitta to the object, and vichara keeps the chitta occupied with the object, that is anchored on it. Now, vitakka is also called sankappa. So, if wholesome, it is one of the factors of eightfold path and is called samma sankappa. Now, vitakka can be, because it is ethically variable, it can be wholesome or unwholesome. So, when you talk about in terms of resolution, in terms of thinking, then if it is right, wholesome vitakka, then that will be called samma sankappa, which is part of the eightfold path. So we have to see these in that, the relationship between Abhidhamma and Suttas should be seen in that light, so that we don't get confused.
Sir, in that same thread, Sudhakar is saying when the object is switched, then it becomes a new vitakka. When the object is switched, it becomes a new vitakka.
Yes. Every moment it is arising with each chitta. Every mind moment it is arising, passing away. Then again arising, passing away, depending on what is the next chitta which is arising. So this is, and vitakka and vichara will therefore be mostly present in jhanic states of mind. It is seen to be present in first and second jhana. And when they are also removed, then as we will study later, we will get other mental factors present. The third factor occasional here is adhimokha, which is decision, making decision or decisiveness. Now, It is happening every moment also, because, except when we get confused, when we are not sure whether to do this or that. But that is happening in a very kind of minimal subconscious level. When we consciously take a decision, जैसे अधिष्ठान करते हैं, तो अधिष्ठान जो कर रहे हैं वो अधिमोक्षा का, it is an intense अधिमोक्षा, that we want to decide कि हम नहीं हिलेंगे. So that's how this is seen as a separate mental factor.
So वितक्का और अभिमुखा में फिर क्या? वितक्का में भी तो फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन है.
Just application है, इसमें तो डिसीजन है, तो हम डिसाइड कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. डाउट कोई नहीं है हमको, हमने डिसाइड कर लिया कि अब मैं अपने पाँव नहीं हिलाऊंगा, या डिसाइड कर लिया कि अब तो मैं पढ़ूंगा ही, कुछ और नहीं करूंगा, या डिसाइड कर लिया कि मुझे ध्यान ही करना है कुछ और. So that's a decision, which is a decisiveness. Vitakka is just directing the mind here and there. Then let's see the next three. Virya, which is the crucial mental factor.
So
In Hindi, we understand virya, no? Purusharth or energy.
Before you move to Virya, so that I think, what is the difference between Adhimokha and volition?
Volition is the mental factor which is universally present. Chetana, जो जिसकी बात कर रहे हैं, वो शब्दों की चेतना जो है, it means you are trying to take a decision based on. You are doing an action. It is a kind of what results in action. Adhimokha is what decides what to be done. It can be, that's why it's an occasional factor. It may or may not be present. When you have doubt, then it may not be present in a situation, or it may be present in a very low intensity. Chetana is always going to be present. Chetana is a mental factor because it has to coordinate all others and also give a direction. What is and influence by other mental factors and decide क्या करना है. But Adhimokha is a kind of decisiveness, kind of strengthening that decisive decision-making process in some sense. Adhimokha is present only. It is an occasional factor. कभी होगा कभी नहीं. Most of the time subconscious level पे ही चलता रहता है. हम जा रहे हैं, इधर देख रहे हैं, इधर देख रहे हैं, इधर जा रहे हैं, उधर चल रहे हैं. It's not being made conscious in that sense. It's not. We are not taking a conscious decision कि ये करना है. Yeah.
So that the fruit of an action is the result of Adhimokha or Chetana? Chetana.
That is very clear. भगवान की वाणी बिल्कुल क्लियर है. चेतना अहम वदामि कम्मम. Adhimokha is a, क्या कहना चाहिए, icing on the cake. It may or may not be present, but cake is always going to be present.
अधिमोक्ष से तो कोई फल मिलेगा, वो तो जैसे साधना को और पुष्ट करने के लिए.
वो मतलब हमारे सिर्फ साधना के लिए नहीं, सामान्य जीवन में भी है ना. हम सामान्य जीवन में भी तो निर्धारित कर देते हैं कि मैं तो इसी रास्ते पे जाऊंगा, इधर नहीं जाऊंगा, मुझे तो यही पसंद है, ये पसंद नहीं. तो स्ट्रॉन्ग डिसाइसिवनेस.
इसमें कोई महत्व
ये तो जनरल सारी माइंड की उसके ऊपर डिवाइड कर रहे हैं ना, माइंड कैसे काम करता है.
So that was saying, Chetana is Kamma?
Yeah, of course. Nice. Chetana is responsible for the fruit of action. The quality of Chetana will determine whether it is wholesome or unwholesome.
इसलिए तो इतना शेकिंग अप है वो राजेश कि वो भी काबू में नहीं है. वो तो डिस्टर्बेंस थी पिछली बार.
ये तो यहाँ बैठ गए थे कि अब तो हम गड़बड़ हो गई. मतलब अब चेतना भी हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, तो फिर क्या होगा. Because that that I have been reflecting on that for months, if not years. The issue of free will. Where is the free will now? And I found there is so much thought given to it. कि सोचते हैं कि हम फ्री विल है हमारी, पूरी लिमिटेड जोन में है फ्री विल, बहुत ही लिमिटेड जोन है।
वो तो गंजिमा थे, आपने वो थोड़ी खोल दी खिड़की लिमिटेड
नहीं सर, लिमिटेड कहाँ है
अब वो भी रहने दो, बहुत
वो इसमें तो वो भी नहीं है सर।
फेथ फेथ राजेश फेथ को लेकर चलो।
वो थोड़ा वेट कर लेते हैं, नहीं तो वो बहुत ज्यादा वो हो जाएगा, आगे पीछे हो जाएगा ना तो फिर कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे हम लोग। नहीं, बड़ी मुश्किल से उस पर रुका हुआ है। Let's come to Virya. Virya is a very
Chetna
powerful.
is universal, always present. So where is the opening from cycle of karma to escape?
Yeah.
Maybe the same question.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see that. Yeah, we'll have to see that. Yes. We'll have to see that. So we'll क्या कहना चाहिए? Postpone this. Keep it as a query, and because there are so many other things which tie up with it, so वो मुश्किल हो जाएगा. So that's why they need for doing it in a manner which, क्योंकि because आपस में integrated है ना, तो वो कुछ questions unanswered रह जाते हैं. They are answered later, so we have to have patience to wait for the answer. So let's come to Virya, which is a very important factor. We find hearing Virya so many times. So it is something which stirs one to vigorous action and does not allow the associated states to recede. And as it is a root of all attainments, obviously, Virya नहीं होगा तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. And Kushala Virya is what is called the right effort, Samma Vayama in the Eightfold Paths. So it's a Virya which accompanies right read out what I have written. It is a factor of Eightfold Path when it accompanies right understanding and right mindfulness, and then it is called Samavaya. Then we have Priti, which is zest or rapture. And kindly note, it is ethically variable. So you might wonder कि क्या हुआ.
So it can be unwholesome also.
It can arise in unwholesome condition also. So when we talk of Priti as a factor of enlightenment, आप ये भी कहेंगे ये क्या हुआ? भोजंग में आती है ना, सती, धम्म विचय, वीर्य, प्रीति, रसब्दी. प्रीति अगर धम्मो भोजंग है तो ये यहाँ पे एथिकली वेरिएबल कैसे हो गई? So you have to see that. That is Samma Priti. That is when it is free from the other lobha, defilements. Of course, Priti will never arise when there is dosha. When there is aversion, the chances of Priti arising are not there. But when there is lobha, mind has got lobha as a root. At that time, Priti can arise, to great attachment and achievement and attainment, and then you feel greatly happy. Then Priti can arise. But that is a defiled Priti, because it is not the mental, it is not a Bojanga factor then. So that's why it is put in ethically variable things. So it is a kind of delight or pleasurable interest in the object, and then it is divided into 5 different grades. When it is wholesome, these are the 5 grades it is present. It can be minor, it raises the hair, it can be momentary, like a flash of lightning, it can be like showers, like waves on seashore, it can be uplifting, it can even levitate the body, and pervading, it can fill the whole body. So these are the commentarial literature which specifies that these are the various extent to which the Priti can arise.
शरीर में क्या होगा?
यही है ना, अगर हल्का होगा तो रुए खड़े हो जाते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा होगा तो सारे शरीर में ऐसा लगता है जैसे एनर्जी फ्लो हो रही है और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, जैसे वेव्स ऑन सी शोर सारे शरीर में. हम ये समय साधना की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं कि क्या हो रहा है हमारे भीतर, मन में क्या क्या है. साधना की बात तो कर चुके हैं ना, तो हमें क्लियर है कि साधना कैसे करें. अभी तो हम ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं क्या क्या फैक्टर्स हैं और कहाँ कहाँ साधना में भूल हो सकती है कि हम सब प्रीति को अगर वो सामान्य जीवन में हम किसी बात को लेके लोभ प्रवृत्ति से प्रसन्न होते हैं और बहुत अच्छा लगता है तो उसको प्रीति समझने की भूल ना कर बैठे उसको वो टेक्निकली प्रीति ही है बट मिच्छा प्रीति मिच्छा मतलब अनहोलसम बिकॉज एथिकली वेरिएबल है ना इट कैन बी अनहोलसम बिकॉज में लोभ साथ में है तो प्रीति जो है अनहोलसम हो जाएगी लोभ और दोष नहीं है तो वो होलसम रहेगा so, उस सेंस में इसको समझना बहुत
Can we have mithya pichi in meditation also?
one can be carried away by attachment to the sensations and then enjoy them and feel
और सेंस ऑफ अटेनमेंट भी होती है सर
yeah.
मेरे साथ तो बहुत होती है
Yeah, सभी
सबके
के साथ
साथ
होती
होती
है
है बट क्या वो
सबके साथ
मिथ्या
होती है।
नाउ दैट ही
मिथ्या
सेज इट
पिची
लाइक
है
दिस
कि कुछ और है वो
अच्छा,
तो
तो
हमारा
शब्द मैंने use
वो
किया
सेंस ऑफ अटेनमेंट जब तक हमारा सेंस ऑफ सेल्फ रहेगा थोड़ा बहुत तो रहेगी अगर वो चला गया
yeah so how I'm understanding it as it's that feeling of upliftment is how I am understanding
It is that interest, pleasure. इसके I think इसके लिए वो अच्छा है अगर हम वो उसको उदाहरण देखें मैंने इसमें दिया था ना आया नहीं आई रिमेम्बर प्रीति का जो उदाहरण दिया जाता है ना बहुत अच्छा क्या हुआ इसमें तो नहीं आया कौन सा मैंने डाल दिया कौन सा वर्जन
सब वर्जन भी बनाना शुरू कर
नहीं मैं उनको ओवरराइड कर देता हूँ तो कई बार कुछ हो जाता है सेविंग में कुछ हो जाता है तो जो शुद्धि मग्गा में बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण दिया गया है कि एक आदमी रेगिस्तान में जा रहा है और बिल्कुल तप रहा है गर्मी से और दूर से देखता है वहां पे तो पानी है तो उसको देखते ही उसको बड़ा खुशी होती है थ्रिल्ड सो दैट थ्रिल इज कॉल्ड प्रीति and then when he goes there and takes a bath he gets a pleasant feeling that is called sukha so that is the distinction made between प्रीति and sukha so बहुत powerful है वो understanding में बहुत help करता है उसको मैंने लिखा भी था लेकिन उदाहरण में क्यों नहीं आया नहीं नोट्स में डालने की कोशिश की थी चलिए then the sixth factor is chanda it is wish or choice or you can say desire without attachment that's a dicey one no? wish to aspiration why we are studying Abhidhamma why we are studying Abhidhamma we aspire to clarity of Dhamma so that we can be free from suffering so that is the example given like stretching forth the mind science toward object so when it is conjoined with wholesome factors then it becomes a virtuous desire to achieve a worthy goal
यहाँ ये भी सर चेतना से मिलता जुलता है
छंद जो है वो इट इज ए एस्पिरेशन चेतना इज ए कोनेटिव थिंग कोनेटिव मतलब उससे एक्शन मोटिवेट होगा इससे
stretching forth of my
initiate it will lead to that it is the initial chanda is the initial thing actually it is that every action has to begin with that
then it is variable then
because it can be conjoined with unwholesome factors you can wish to do a meticulous stealing of
सर बिना चंदा के चेतना कैसे होगी बिना चंदा के चेतना होगी
ये चेतना होगी चेतना तो अपने में कोऑर्डिनेशन है उन सब फैक्टर्स का चेतना is also going to be motivated by other factors if the other factors are not present then chetana is only coordinating there's nothing जैसे हमने कहा सात जो मिनिमल चत्ता बनाया था उसमें चेतना का सिर्फ कोऑर्डिनेटिंग फंक्शन है कोई एक्शन नहीं दिट्ठे दिट्ठे मतलब नो एक्शन but when the other factors come in then it leads to action
so we're saying piti is bodhi bhanga
bhujanga if it is wholesome
bhanga plus anga so there is a pleasant flow in the body when I am listening to music then it is bhog plus anga when I am silently observing the breath suddenly there is a rapture that is Bodhi plus Anga. Is that correct?
Yeah, more or less. Unless I get attached to that rapture also. That's true. Because one is arising out of lobha, attachment, greed, craving, whichever way you put it. And other is arising out of dispassion. When there is dispassion, then it will be truly a wholesome mental state. So when we'll study that, then it will become clear. इतने सारे mental state together होंगे तभी wholesome होगी, नहीं तो नहीं होगी. The interesting thing is, Chanda is found in so many things. It is a part of Iddhipada. Chanda is one of the Iddhipadas also. It means the factors which are responsible for strengthening our practice. Or Siddhi means also Riddhi and Siddhi in that sense, which are accomplishing the goals. It's a very powerful thing because unless it is the initial desire, wish and aspiration, a wish for studying Dhamma, a wish for doing some good to somebody, then that wish becomes strengthens and then it leads to action. Then it becomes a Chaitanya. What are the proximate causes for them? In most of the cases it is the object because they are ethically variable things. About virya is very interesting, sense of urgency. So for Kushala virya, which leads to, which is one of the important factors in every dimension, sense of urgency, which gives it high priority. That's what gives high priority to our actions. When we feel it is very urgent. We understand it is important, तो फिर उसको छोड़ ही देते हैं. हाँ, important तो है कर लेंगे. Urgent है कि नहीं?
So
others are obvious.
मुझे लगता है कि philosophically, psychologically इतना एडवांस था. अब हम लोग साइकोलॉजी पढ़ने के बजाय ये क्यों नहीं पढ़ते? I don't know, मास्टर्स ऑफ साइकोलॉजी की जरूरत क्या है? ये कोई ये समझ ले तो
वहाँ पर दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में हमारे मित्रों को समझ में आ गया. एक मित्र को तो समझ में आ ही गया.
तो मुझे नहीं लगता इससे ज्यादा एडवांस फ्रेमवर्क किसी साइकोलॉजिस्ट ने अभी तक बनाया पिछले 100 साल में.
चांस ही नहीं. ये तो अभी हमें कुछ दिखा ही नहीं. आप आगे तो देखिए, आगे आप वहाँ पढ़ेंगे तो यू विल बी अस्टाउंडेड. आई वाज मार्वल्ड एट द काइंड ऑफ इतना गहन अंडरस्टैंडिंग है सर. एंड इट्स ऑल एक्सपीरियंसेबल. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई वो है कि हमको मालूम नहीं पड़ता. आप साधना करते हैं तो मालूम पड़ जाता है. हाँ हो रहा है ना. ऑल विद इन आवर डोमेन ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. ऐसा इसको जानने के लिए कोई अरहंत बनने की जरूरत नहीं है. अरे ग्रॉस लेवल तो मालूम पड़ जाता है. हाँ, एक माइंड मूवमेंट हमको नहीं मालूम पड़ती. दैट्स ओके. बट एट a million mind movements you can see it when you meditate. You can see देखो ऐसा हो रहा है. क्लियर है कि सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी नहीं है, इसलिए तो ऐश कर रहे हैं हम. तो ठीक है, कर लेंगे. सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी होती तो क्या होता था? वाटपान आना चाहते होते.
लेकिन आप जैसे ये बता रहे हैं सारा टाइम यही देखते रहेंगे.
नहीं देखो वो सब आप मुझे चिंता मत करो.
आप इनिशियल सारा टाइम यही करते हैं. कोई ना पढ़ेंगे ना लिखेंगे ना कहीं जाएंगे ना खाएंगे. यही देखते रहेंगे बॉडी को यार कहाँ पहुंची है.
नीचे की चार्ज भी आ गया.
मतलब ये मेरा कहने का जैसे कोई भी साधना करे. अब मैं ही हूँ, मान लो सारा टाइम यही देखती रहूँ.
अगर देखो मैं बताता हूँ.
बाकी जैसे
अगर सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी है, हमारे एक मित्र को कैंसर हो गया. कितनी सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी है कि उसको ट्रीट करना है. कुछ और सोचता है उसको कि मैं फिल्म देख लूं, मैं मिठाई खा लूं.
बात है ना, वहीं वहाँ चले जाओ, मनुष्य चले जाओ.
सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी है ना उसको. ये तो आपको पहचानते हो ना, हमारे मित्र को है इस समय, तो इसलिए वो उदाहरण दे रहा हूँ. तो कुछ सोचता है? कुछ नहीं सोचता. क्यों? कैंसर है, मर जाऊंगा. तो कैंसर हम सबको है भाई, सबको है. कुछ पता नहीं सड़क पार करते हुए कब मर जाए. वो that is what gives sense of urgency. If you really hold on to that, पता नहीं कब मर जाएंगे. अभी जीवन मिला, इसका फायदा उठा लो मैक्सिमम. अभी मिला, धर्म भी मिला, को समझ भी आई है, इसको कर लो यार, बाकी छोड़ो. Leave the damn thing. Sense of urgency भी इतनी नहीं है ना कि you just get carried away by that. So that's why it is said sense of urgency is virya. virya होगा तो फिर तो आप करोगे ही, कैसे नहीं करोगे. जब बंदा कैंसर से है तो उसका वीर्य उसमें जाग रहा है कि मुझे किस तरह से इससे मुक्ति चाहिए, मुझे इसको ट्रीटमेंट करना है. नथिंग एल्स इज इम्पोर्टेंट, नथिंग मैटर्स. दैट इज व्हाट इज द रियल सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी. तो ये तो हमको समझाने के लिए है ना कि किस किस चीज के लिए क्या क्या प्रॉक्सिमेट कॉज है, विच इज सो इट ड्रॉज योर अटेंशन इमीडिएटली. ये बात है, हमारा वीर्य इतना हल्का है, इतना लो है क्योंकि सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी है. That's it. So let's admit it. That's fine. It's true of all of us.
And it's not just true for this thing. अगर हम डे टू डे अपनी लाइफ में भी देखें,
बिल्कुल,
तो जिसमें हम वीर्य नहीं लगा पाते, वो इसलिए नहीं लगा पाते क्योंकि हमें उस काम के लिए सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी
नहीं है. बिल्कुल ठीक बात है. Absolutely. And it's not just true of Dhamma. It's for everything. It is
everything.
It is a psychology. It's an explanation of mind, how mind works.
So Sudhakar had one more question related with virya. And so, for the example of Ananda, when he was not arahant and to join the first council, he had to become arahant. So his virya, what kind of virya he had at that time?
Till such time as the virya was associated with lobha, greed, सुबह तक हो जाना चाहिए. There was problem. Then he just gave up. यार जाने में बाहर में जाएंगे, मुझे नहीं जाना तो नहीं जाना, अब मुझे नींद करनी है, सोने दो मुझे, सारी रात जाग लिया. So he just gave up that whole idea. For a few moments, he gave up that idea of attaining and going to this and becoming arahant. It was Kushal Virya because he didn't need any practice actually. He had practiced whole of his life with Buddha. He didn't need a practice. He needed a shift. He needed shift in understanding. He needed to drop that adventitious defilement which had come. It had to be kept aside. There was that, must have been that feeling कि मेरे से सीख के तो इतने लोग अरहंत बन गए, मुझे क्यों नहीं हो रहा, क्या हो गया, सब dosha, lobha. Then when lobha and dosha are intertwined, then the virya will be of a unwholesome kind. So you can easily understand in the framework. That's why this beauty of this framework. Why it is called occasional. जब एक तरफ से हम उसमें समझते हैं वीर्य जो है हमारा बोधि का अंग है, वही क्या हुआ, प्रीति बोधि का अंग है, उसको आपने ओकेजनल बना दिया, इसलिए बनाया ताकि हम समझें उस बात.
So is lobha greed or delusion?
Lobha is greed, moha is greed. There are three roots. Lobha, dosha and moha. Three roots. And the root of all of them is moha. Moha is the primary root. That's what becomes clear.
मोह से क्या मतलब है?
Wrong understanding.
Delusion.
Ignorance. अविद्या. मोह का मतलब अविद्या. उसमें जो अपने सुत्ता में उसको अविद्या कहा. मोह भी यूज किया गया ना. अविद्या is the more popular word. Anything? Any other question? Then we come to unwholesome mental factors. Take them up next day.
Doctor has a question. The pull of in-breath is lobha or not?
If you are, let me put it in a stark manner. If I am breathless, I am asthmatic, then there will be lobha for it. Definitely. ये आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, गया
कहीं चला तो नहीं गया,
आएगा कि नहीं आएगा.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
completely.
No, that is true.
बेचारे एथलेटिक्स देखो कैसे खींचते हैं.
जान निकल रही है भाई, जान निकल रही है.
But sir, is it
That's
उस
why
टाइम
I just
उस टाइम
took
तो
that
फिजिकल
example.
होता है सर. क्या वो
हाँ, बट
physical-
वो मेंटल भी बहुत स्ट्रांग है ना. अगर मेंटल ना हो फिर तो दिक्कत ही नहीं होगी. दिक्कत उसी कारण होती है.
मेंटल नहीं तो दिक्कत नहीं है.
आपने देखा होगा, एटलीस्ट मैंने कई शिविरों में देखा था स्टूडेंट्स. एक खासतौर में मुझे याद है, एक बच्ची थी, शी वाज यंग, 25. शी हैड, क्या कहना चाहिए, इनट्रैक्टेबल अस्थमा. ठीक ही नहीं हो रहा था, कई दवाइयाँ कर दी, तो साधना की तो ठीक होगी. क्यों? क्योंकि मन में कोई ऐसा तूफान मचा हुआ था जिसके कारण की सांस में स्पैज्म हो रहा था. लंग्स थे स्पैज्म में ऐसे अटक रहे थे, सांस नहीं आ रहा था. किसी के अगर बहुत ज्यादा भय बैठा हो तो वो मसल्स को सिकुड़ा देगा, अस्थमा हो जाएगा. So the mental factors are very prominent role in most, especially in asthma.
You think it is psychosomatic also?
It has a, I mean, it has, of course, lungs अगर weak हो गए हैं किसी कारण से तो अस्थमा हो ही जाएगा. पोल्यूशन से, सिगरेट से, तब भी हो ही जाएगा. बट अगर मन का असर है तो भी होगा. लंग्स स्ट्रॉन्ग बिल्कुल ठीक है, आप लंग्स का स्कैन करा लो बिल्कुल सही है, लेकिन अस्थमा हो रहा है, जैसे कहते हैं एलर्जिक रिएक्शन हो सकता है, या फिर it can be a psychosomatic problem. I've seen it. I remember vividly. I've seen it with a young girl. She was my IQ student. Good. I hope you find it interesting.
Yes sir.
अभी तो आगे जब वो wholesome and unwholesome mental factors आएंगे ना, then they will really be very interesting.
अभी तो unwholesome desire ये डाल दिए that we should keep going with it. That's why I see the value in what he was saying once. We should do it in continuous.
Any other question from anyone? We can close it. Because these factors, which are ethically variable, उनके लिए proximate cause तो mostly objective होता है. जो unwholesome है और wholesome है, उनके लिए proximate cause बहुत important है. Not the only cause, it is proximate cause, the nearest one. There are so many other also. Good, so good.
Any questions before we close for the day?
छंद का approximate cause भी objective होगा ना सर?
And whatever is being sought. Chand case mein object is being sought. It could be Nibbana being sought.
Just Sudhakar is saying too many questions already. Many thanks.
Thank you, Sudhakar. Your question which you asked yesterday through email was very interesting. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you. I'll close the session for the day. We'll meet next time.
Next time will be on 8th of May, because 1st of May I will not be available.
Then I do self-count.
In some sense, yeah. We're going to Pune to meet friends and old friends. We used to have a lot of interaction when we were in Dhamma service. So we meet and spend some time. So we talk also. Most of 1 week.
So Sudhakar is saying, say hi to Dr. Raman when you are in Pune.
I think I will meet him. I'll be meeting Dhananjay, Rohi, and Ganesh. That is certain. And about Raman, we'll try to meet him. We'll say it. Sure.
Okay, bye everybody.